And other than that, let's just get right to our office hours. It looks like it's just going to be you and me. I don't know that we'll go for the whole hour. I'll exhaust whatever questions you might have or comments, and then we'll go from there. So, what do you
I
got?
seriously doubt it's going to take a whole hour.
Well, you
Um,
never know.
I
Just,
have really have no understanding of what AI is or anything like that. But in my immigration class, I have to do an assignment. I have to do it.
oh, nice.
Yeah,
Like in an assignment in what sense? Like, use it or write a paper
yeah.
about it?
You have to use it. I don't know exactly what the assignment is. I haven't really looked into it that far, but
Oh,
I'm
nice.
old. I don't know this stuff.
Yeah, well, you're going to learn something. There's actually some very very powerful tools out there that are very impressive. You know what they're doing with these large language models, and we're trying to do the same thing. We're going to start off small, you know, with the 13B. Ultimately, what our plan is and what the hope is we can get it figured out. You know, figure out how to fine tune it, figure out how to do the stuff we want to do, and then upgrade to the United Arab Emirates open source version, which is called Falcon 170B. And the 170B signifies 170 billion parameters. Currently, that is the largest large language model that's available open source, anyway. So, and the reviews I've read on it, it seems like it's probably the most powerful open source language model. It's on par with like Chat GPT 4, which you know is kind of the leader in the market right now. But things are changing fast, so you know who knows where this is all going to be in 6 months. It's actually evolving very 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 quickly. So anyway, what's going on with your case? Did you get an order yet?
Yeah, I got an order. I appealed the order because it dismissed the claims with prejudice.
Oh, okay.
Um, I am in the midst of the appeal, but when the appellate court reviewed the case, they said that they didn't know if the order was final or appealable because
You probably need to get the judge to enter a judgment of dismissal
okay.
because
Well, I
the
think the reason why is because she didn't dispose of the County of San Diego claims, only the claims against the individual social workers.
so what
Because
she left the Monell claim alive.
yeah, and I don't know why or what that means, but
Did you send me a copy of your order?
I did.
Hmm. Let me see if I can
But
find
it's been a while. It was last like 2 weeks ago when we had office hours when I sent it to you.
it.
But anyway, Talia Edelman, the counsel on the other side, is going to file something with the court to clarify number one, whether the order is final or not, and number two, if it is not, then what happens to the case during the appeal, or is she going to make it final? Anyway, I think we'll get some sort of answer there.
Hold on 1 second here. What what is your email address? Oh, I think I
It's
found it.
mganey@uio.edu.
I think I found it once. Ah, oh, Jesus. You know what? I probably did not um, download it because you sent it with one of these things that's frickin' password protected or whatever.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes
Yeah.
it does that. I don't know why it does that. It doesn't always.
Can you just send it as an email attachment so I can take a look at it right
Yeah.
now? Just send it as a PDF attachment. Don't make it a link or any other
So,
crap.
which your email addresses should I send it to?
Uh, Either one, caps and stems or attysean at gmail.com.
Okay. Caps and stems. There we go. I'll just send it to that one.
Okay, that's one
What-
advantage. One advantage to it just being us here today is I have time to sit here and
Yeah.
find it, and we can look at it and see what
Otherwise, you
she
probably
did.
would.
Yeah,
All right. So let me find it.
yeah. I hate it when
So much.
people send them as links because I can never get directly into the link, and what happens? It's a pain in the ass to figure it out. So I just kind of say, "Oh, I'll deal with it later," and then I never get back to
Oh,
it.
yeah. Well, I don't blame you. I didn't realize it did that. Let me find it. There's the notice of appeal, motion to show cause. Appellate brief. I have my appellate brief done, but
Yeah, it's the 12/8/2023 is the name of the
yeah.
file. Order
Granting motion
granting.
to dismiss, right?
Yeah, just the order granting the motion to dismiss. That's all I need.
Okay, now I'm going to send it. Hopefully, it won't do a stupid link thing. All right, I sent it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just for future reference for anybody listening, if you send links, they just gum up the works and they end up not getting looked at. Always best to just send a attached file. Now, why is it not? It should be here. Come on. All right, let me go into it. My POP service doesn't always do things very well, so let me try just signing in directly. Which one did you send it to? Caps and stems or
Yes, caps and stems.
caps? At gmail.com. Okay, yes. And yes, sign in.
You look on the very last, let's see, page 10, the last page, says motion to dismiss is granted when claims 1 through 5 and 7 through 9 in the first amended complaint are dismissed with prejudice, but it doesn't address claim 6, which is the Monell claim. It said I had to serve the county, which I did do, but I asked for an extension, and then she issued an order saying the request was moot. So I'm confused about what's going on.
All right, let me just look. County of San Diego are listed as defendants, but they have yet to be served and have not appeared in the case. Oh, did you ever get them served?
Yes, I did.
Did you file your proofs of service?
Not yet, because I don't have it yet.
Okay, so you'll need to get those filed. They'll do another motion to dismiss probably. Did she find a violation and just give them qualified immunity, or did she say that what they did didn't violate your rights?
She didn't address any of that.
Okay, let me see what she did do.
She just said that the claims were untimely and failure to state a claim. Those are the only things she addressed. The 12B6 thing.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. 1983 claims are time barred, so did you file them after the 2-year time limitation?
No, I did not. She decided that the claims accrued at the latest when we left the state of California, but the kids were still under jurisdiction at that point, so that makes no sense.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. If the kids are still under court jurisdiction, then they're still under court jurisdiction.
Right, and I filed the claim before the 2-year limit on the case being dismissed, so it shouldn't have been untimely. At least not for the 1983 claims. It would have been probably for the state claims, because there's only like a 6-month statute of limitations on those. But
I simply disagree with.
anyways, I appealed it.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be the problem with your appeal, though, is that it's not a final judgment because you still have 2 defendants that haven't been dismissed.
Well, I think she dismissed Mary Sheehy because she said only the County of San Diego claim was still alive, basically.
Where does she say that? Because the footnote, she said that the 2 defendants hadn't yet been served.
Well, that's true, but I think she dismissed all the claims against Mary Sheehy anyway, which I don't know why she didn't do the same thing with the County of San Diego. Makes little sense.
Time barred, no amendment could bring. 1 through 5 and 7 through 9. Yeah, it's unclear.
It is, and the county is going to ask for clarification, which I think will clarify whether I can continue the appeal or whether I have to do something else.
Yeah. Well, it says
Which is-
here if plaintiffs fail to respond to this order, how much time did she give you? January 2nd? Did you?
Yeah, but before January 2nd, I requested an extension of time,
Uh-huh.
and she responded saying it was moot. So I don't know what that.
Who responded saying it was moot? The judge?
The judge.
And did you move for more time before January 2nd?
Yes.
Huh. Did you file your proof of service?
Not yet, because it was just done on January 17th, and I had a friend in San Diego do it. I actually came there. It was great. I had an excuse to leave the frigid cold here. But
Yeah,
anyway.
well, that is a good excuse. But yeah, shit, I don't know, man. I think you're gonna need some sort of order of dismissal or judgment of dismissal as to the entire complaint in order to do your appeal.
And I think that the county will request that because
Yeah.
Talia sent me an email asking me if I, agreed with her filing something to clarify what was going on. I'm like, heck yeah, I want to know what's going on too. So.
Yeah. Void for is dismissed as well. Well, that's typical Benchavenko.
She doesn't, I don't know. I don't understand her reasoning. She doesn't even address the continuing violations doctrine at all either, so.
Well, I don't know. I haven't looked at the briefing or any of that, so I don't know how you got there. But the time bar thing, yeah, it's a 2-year statute of limitations from when you knew or should have known that your rights were violated. So it doesn't run from case closure. I mean, so that
well,
could
I argued that it was a continuing violation, though. That it didn't accrue at one time. It continued and continues to go on now because if I wanted to return to the county of San Diego, I couldn't do so based on their false labeling of me as a child abuser, and then the risk that they could file another case. So.
Yeah, but you've moved out of the state. And
right.
I presume you've established residency where you're at, which means that you have to have no intention of returning.
No, I'm going to law school here, and I do not intend to remain here.
Oh,
I'm going to be looking to go somewhere else when I graduate.
Got
Which,
it.
I wanted to practice in California. I went there for a reason. I wanted to be there,
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm being denied that opportunity.
Yeah, I don't know. That may be tenuous. These things, typically the way that it works is you've got 2 years if it's a judicial deception case, which it looks like this is. So let's just use that as an example.
It is. It absolutely is.
You knew or would have known they were lying about you when you looked at the report. And each report where they lie about you,
which there were like 8 of them.
Yeah, well, there's 2 ways you can look at them. You can say, okay, at each report I get 2 years from the date of that last report.
Uh-huh.
So when was the last report filed as compared to when you filed your lawsuit?
It was filed August 18th, 2021, and I filed my.
When did you file your lawsuit?
August 7th, 2023. So it was in time.
You should be, you should be within statute then.
Yeah, I think so too. And I also think there's a continuing violations argument. I don't know how far that will go because it looks like the Ninth Circuit doesn't really like that.
No, they don't. But what your argument would be is that, that the only violation you'd actually be suing on if they dump the continuing violation argument is the last false court report. But I think all the other falsities would, go to the issue of damages, right? Because
and I also
that would work.
I think that it could be argued that a parent in that situation could not file a claim at the point of the jurisdiction report because how do you work out your case if you just sued the county? I mean, they have the power not to give
that's an argument. It's an argument that works much better if somebody made an overt threat. You know, it's
if somebody
always
what?
made an overt threat. Like, for example, social workers said, "Hey, you better not do anything, or you'll never see your kid again."
They did make threats like that.
Did you
They threatened
allege?
to
Did you allege that in your complaint?
yes,
Oh,
I
okay.
did.
Well, there you go then.
I
So
did.
you may have facts to support it.
And they threatened to take the kids away if I didn't get a protective order, if I didn't keep them out of the house, if I didn't do a bunch of different things. You know.
All right. So you were under constant threat of losing your kids.
Yes.
And
Constant duress.
if you set that out, if you set those facts out in your complaint,
I did.
You might have a shot on your appeal.
I did in a detailed way, and I hope so. But if not, I'm still, you know, when I become a lawyer in July of 2025, I'm going to take the California bar and I'm going to bring the kids' claims. So they're not getting
right. How old are the kids? They're young. I saw one of them in the.
Yeah, well, I have 8 kids, but the youngest ones are 11-year-old twins and an 8-year-old. So
yeah, so they're well within statute. You don't even have to worry
yeah,
about it.
they are.
Yeah, that's.
So either way, they don't get rid of me.
yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting. So you just come back and nail them again. Well, by then you'll have a lot more information and experience under your belt too, and you'll have a Ninth Circuit opinion telling you, you know, if you did something wrong, they'll tell you what you did wrong, and that way you can come back the second time around and fix it. Because you got to remember, this is not going to have a collateral estoppel impact against your kids' claims.
Right.
So, yeah.
It won't be res judicata or anything like that won't apply.
They aren't parties.
No. Well, they were at first, and then she removed them.
Yeah, she dumped them. They're not parties. Yeah, they're not bound by this order at all.
So, right. So when I finish law school and I come back to San Diego, I will bring the kids' claims, and I will hopefully be bringing other claims against them.
Yeah, nice. Be nice to have somebody else doing this work. You know, there's not a lot of us. Donnie's. In fact, I just talked to him today. He's working on the last case he's ever gonna do.
Oh wow, that's great.
Yeah, once that one's done, he's done.
So, I don't think I'll ever get to retire, but I feel like this is now my mission.
Yeah,
to help
that happens. That happens.
Yeah. And I start my externship with an attorney in Fort Morgan, Colorado this week. So.
Oh, cool! How exciting!
Yeah.
Well, wait. I thought you're in Wyoming.
I am, but there's no externships here with having to do with that. So I have to go to Colorado to. I mean, there's not even an Office of Respondent Parent Counsel here in Wyoming. The closest one is in Denver.
Oh, Jesus.
So how
do you do an externship then? Are you doing it remotely, or do you actually have to
I'm going to do it mostly, but this guy's doing a jury trial and he wants me to go. So
oh, nice.
Really cool. Get some experience, yeah.
Yeah, where in Colorado is that?
It's in Fort Morgan, which is it's northeast of Denver.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really small town, I think.
Well, how exciting. That should be fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, sounds cold, but should be fun.
Where I live, this past weekend it got down to like negative 25.
Yeah, fuck that.
That's what I say too. I don't want to. I mean, I came back here because it's where my mom is from. And I know people here, and I could go to law school here. But I mean, I was in my first year of law school when they did this to me in San Diego.
Oh, okay. So you transferred your units out there and just got the hell out?
I decided to just start over again because I felt like I was missing stuff because of the trauma, the whole situation. So I just started over.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I'll be done here in another little over a year. So
cool. That's excellent. How exciting!
Yeah.
And
I'm looking forward to it.
So you're gonna take the Wyoming bar as well, or no?
I think so, but I'm gonna take the California bar first.
Yeah, that makes
just
sense.
Because it's harder, or at least I've heard it's harder.
Yeah.
And California is where we want to go.
I think it's not as hard as it used to be. When we did it, it was 3 days, and I think now they do it in 2 days, and they're only like 6 hour days, and
Wow. Yeah, I don't think it's that hard anymore, but
yeah,
I know people who failed the Wyoming bar, which is easier, I believe. So just want
yeah.
to make sure.
That's does Wyoming do the UBE or do they have their own bar?
Yes,
What's their
they
what's
do.
their what's their pass score on the UBE?
Oh,
You know,
85, 86, something
here
like that.
I can look it up. Here, let me
I don't know.
see what we
But
got.
I think that at my law school, the bar passage rate is 80 something percent. So it's pretty good.
Pass score. Here, let's see. 270. They require a 270.
I don't know what the percentage is.
It's just the raw score. It's 270. They do a scaled
Okay.
score. Yeah. So I wonder if they do a waiver if you're admitted in Arizona, because I got a 279 on the UBE for Arizona. And
Oh, yeah?
I'm just waiting on my moral character app to get cleared, and then
I'm sure you'll be fine with that one.
I don't know. By the time when you're in your 20s, you don't have a lot to report. By the
Yeah.
time you're in your 50s, you have a lot to report, even if you live
Yeah,
with
that's where I am. I'm
Yeah.
53 right now, so.
Yeah, there's a lot to report, and it's a big pain in the ass.
Well, still, it's only the past 10 years, though, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Although Arizona, I guess they only wanted the infractions back 10 years. So that's just a few speeding tickets and some parking tickets. And they wanted everything. It's like, oh my God.
Jeez Louise. I haven't had any speeding or parking tickets since 2011, so I think I'm good.
Yeah, well, lucky you. Yeah.
Well,
Jesus
not because
Christ. Such
I
a
think
pain
it's
in
because
the
I just
ass.
drive less, you know?
What? Say it again?
It's just because I drive less than I used to.
Yeah, so you're out of practice.
Yeah, when I had 5 little kids, I was constantly driving everywhere all the
Hmm.
time. So,
Yeah, I remember that when the kids had their sports and all that stuff.
yeah, yeah. My older kids are now aged 28 to 18, so they're all,
Mm.
adults.
Yeah, they're all
At these
adults
3 little ones,
and
yeah.
well on their way.
I hope so. My son moved back in with us and is going to college too. So,
Cool. Cool.
yeah.
Excellent. Well, let me know what happens on your I guess Talia's motion for clarification and whether or not that stuff gets dumped and oh
Oh, thank
nice. Damn, that looks good. Hey, how's it going?
you. I have a stay-at-home husband. It's kind of nice.
Nice. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Well,
I know.
I think I'm gonna cut out. I'm gonna eat something too, and
Yeah,
I've
sounds
got
good.
I've got a depot tomorrow. I got to finish prepping for it anyway.
Oh,
But
well, okay. Good luck.
yeah, thanks. It's a social worker from a case that happened, a sexual abuse case actually that happened like 30 years ago.
Oh my gosh,
And
why is the statute of limitations not run?
California changed their statute of limitations on sexual abuse.
Oh,
Yeah, childhood
okay.
sexual abuse. It's till you're 40. So I got
Wow.
yeah. None of these witnesses remember anything, but I got a bunch of documents that she drafted, so she should know this stuff. We'll see. We'll see what happens with it.
All right, well, good luck.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for checking in tonight.
Yeah, I'll get back to my family law home.
Yeah. Good luck with it.
Thanks. See you
All
later.
right. We'll see you later. You have a good night.
You too, bye.
Bye.